right. So hello, everyone. Welcome on our beautiful campus. Beautiful, but also, let's face it, very warm tonight. So I hope you're gonna make it through the heat. Anyway, so welcome to our demo day, so of our web development and data science batches number 1239 and 1240. So I'm Pascaline. I'm the city manager of Wagon here in Brussels. And yeah, I'm really happy to be kicking off this demo day in front of a almost full house here in Brussels. And just for the anecdote, at the same exact time I'm speaking, there are demo days of Wagon kicking off everywhere in the world. So in Paris, in Berlin, in Bali a few hours ahead or after, I don't know. But anyway, thank you for being here with us in Brussels. So I guess you are here to see the projects of our students, like web development and data science projects tonight. And maybe you're also here if there are some friends and relatives, partners, I don't know, here in the audience. Maybe you are here also to understand a bit what they are talking about, like since 2 or 3 months, and to really get a picture on the output that is possible after their bootcamp. So tonight we're gonna be walked through 6 projects, 6 amazing tech projects. Our 19 students have been busy building for the past 2 weeks, so the last 2 weeks of their bootcamp. They have been busy building these projects in groups of 3 or 4 students, and so in only 9 days you're gonna see the results. It's pretty impressive. But before we actually get to see those products, I just want to say a little word about Wagon. For those who don't know us, so our primary goal is pretty simple. It's to provide an intensive and immersive tech learning experience that really have an impact on people's lives. So we started 9 years ago with a web development bootcamp in Paris, and now 9 years later, we are in 44 cities around the world. So as I said, from Sao Paulo to Tokyo, and we have developed 3 fairly intensive courses. No, 4 actually, because there is one new one in 2 different formats. So we call them bootcamps, and they are available in 2 different formats. So in the full-time format, that's the format our students are about to accomplish tonight. So from Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, during 9 weeks. And then a part-time format, which is more flexible. So in the evening for people that work or study during the day, that can do it during the evening. Now, what are those 4 bootcamps I'm talking about? So you get it, web development, data science, second one. Third one is data analytics, and this one is pretty new. We are launching it in Brussels this summer, so in about a month. And then the last one, the latest one, is data engineering bootcamp, a 5-week bootcamp, and more, even more advanced. Next to the bootcamp, we also now offer skill courses, so much shorter courses, that we call skill courses, that are also in the field of tech, of course, in data and no code, and those are more like for professionals that aspire to grow in their career, in their job with tech skills. They are only available online, and for the other bootcamps, we offer them on campus and online, but yeah. So you get it, Wagon is a learning experience and an intense one, a very hands-on, practical one. But it's, I mean, we do believe that it's, and we also hear that it's also a human and a community experience. Maybe like the students will agree with me that sometimes it feels a bit like family, and that's also very, very much thanks to our teaching team, so the batch managers, the teachers, the teaching assistants that are there to surround our students, because they really create this warmful and friendly environment, learning environment, which is very important. So we're very, very lucky to have them. And yeah, all our students, our teachers, teaching assistants, the staff, we are all part of a big Wagon community of more than 20,000 alumni now, 20,000 alumni around the world. And yeah, it's very much also kind of a low ego, helpful community, so on which students can count on after their bootcamp if they have questions, technical questions, but also about their jobs, about launching a project, a startup, anything. All right, so one last thing I wanted to share about our students is a big, because that was all about Wagon. Now back to the main protagonist of tonight, so our students. And I just wanted to share a number that might give an idea to you, to the audience, of the achievement they accomplished today. So to be able to deliver what they are going to show you tonight, they actually spent 360 hours of coding with us. So I think it's pretty impressive. I don't know what you think, but it definitely deserves a massive, massive round of applause. So good. So now it's really time to discover the project. So the 6 projects we're going to see tonight, and we're kicking this off with the data science batch, so batch number 1239. And for that, I'm going to give the mic to the one that has been with them since the first day of their bootcamp, or since the beginning until the end, their batch manager, Jules.
Thank you, Pascaline, and good evening, everybody. You probably wonder, what is a batch manager? Well, my main duty was to make sure that everything ran smoothly over the past 9 weeks and that my students didn't have any stress. That kind of worked until yesterday, I would say. But anyway, by now we have solved all last-minute issues, I hope, we'll see. But I'm pretty confident it will, and I want to show you 3 amazing projects they worked on for the past week. 2 weeks, actually. So let's kick it off with Arthur, Liesel, and Leonard with their Veg IDs.
All right, let's get started. First of all, many thanks for being here and showing interest in what we've been doing for the past 9 weeks. Today, we are going to introduce you to Veg ID project, a project we've been working on since 2 weeks with Leonard here and Liesel. I think we've all been in a situation at home where we have no idea what to cook. We have the fridge full of vegetables that are nearly rotten and you have to cook them, but you have no clue, no idea of a recipe. So that's how we came up with the project Veg ID, which is a platform on which you can upload a photo of vegetables that's in your fridge, and the platform will give you back a list of recipes that you can cook the vegetables with. Let's now have a quick overview of what's happening behind the scenes. I'm not gonna go into the details of artificial intelligence and don't want to lose you tonight. But basically, the main question we should ask ourselves is how the platform is able to recognize that it's a certain type of vegetables. So basically, the idea was to teach the algorithm that we created to recognize the certain type of vegetables by providing him with lots of images of vegetables, so he could learn by looking at them in different ways and a lot. It's a bit like a child that wants to learn animals, but have no idea what animals are. So he goes through a school book, and he sees like an images of a dog with written underneath, this is a dog. Then the next page, he sees an image of a cat saying, this is a cat. So the next time he goes in the streets and sees a cat, he will be able to recognize it and to say, okay, I've seen this before, I know it is a cat. We kind of applied the same principle to our algorithm. So we gave him like thousands of images of broccoli, for example. So when you will be uploading a broccoli image on the platform, he will be able to tell, okay, I know this is a broccoli. So the only thing left to do was to connect with a huge database of thousands of recipes and to print them on the screen for the user. I'm sure now you can't wait to see it in live, so I'll give the floor to Liesel for this.
I will show you how our application works. So we first start by putting in a picture, or we put picture 1 in, and then our model is loading, and our model is able to detect that it's a cabbage. And our model is even sure about it for 100%, since it was pre-trained on pictures like cabbage. If we go down, we provide a list with all the recipes that include cabbage as well. If you want to add like more preferences, like for example the cuisine type, suppose I want to cook tonight, I want to cook an American dish, then I can also add American. I can add more filters as well as cook time. Imagine I don't have a lot of time to cook tonight, then I can add the duration as well. We will also show another picture. We will show that our model works on other vegetables as well. For example, picture 2, our model is loading, and thanks to the training, it's again 100% sure that it's for broccoli. If we go below, we see all the recipes with broccoli, but now I'm watching again in my fridge, and I'm looking and I see that I still have bacon left. But the bacon is about to expire tomorrow, so I want to add a filter on bacon as well. So what do? I look for ingredients, and then I type in bacon, and then I'm able to find all the recipes with as well bacon as broccoli. If I want to add more filters, like for example, I'm cooking for my family and someone is allergic to gluten or to peanuts, I can also look for allergies in my recipes. So we are always able to give a number of recipes thanks to all the preferences that they put in.
Of course, we don't want to stop there. We have thought about some ideas of improvement because we had only 9 days to get to this result. So for example, we could train the model to recognize multiple types of vegetables out of the picture. So far, we can only recognize one type, but later on, it would be nice to take a picture of 10 different vegetables out of your fridge, and the model could predict all of them. Another recommendation would be to improve the accuracy of the model. Of course, he's not always right. He does make mistakes. He's like us in the end. We could also implement some personalized recommendation based on previous visits on the site. We could also add different types of food. Here we focused on the vegetables, but we could add meat, bread, or whatever food. And last but not least, we could also partner up with a grocery store. I don't know if you've ever been on the Colruyt website, but you can browse to search for recipes too, and it connects directly the recipe that you select, and it creates a basket on the click and collect application. So we thought we could partner up with like a local grocery store to do the same kind of stuff. So that's what we are going to do in the next week at the Veg ID company. All right, many thanks for your attention, and let's not forget, if you want yourself to use the application, here is a QR code, so I let you scan, and if tonight you have some veggies in your fridge, feel free to use it. Thank you very much.
Great job. I think I think you haven't lived on another planet for the past months, so I guess you've heard that artificial intelligence can also do amazing things with natural language, and that's exactly what our next group has done. So give it up for Antonio, Alban, and Iso.
So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And we're super excited to present you the project we've been working on for the last few weeks with my colleagues Alban, which is on the computer, and she will show you the interface that we've made. And Antonio, who will speak just after me to give you a more theoretical overview of what we've done. So the project is clearly about the project is clearly about making a system that will detect any bias that can be on the text, on the tweets, and even on new headlines, headlines on newspapers. The 4 biases that we've worked on are hate speech, fake news, gender bias, and racial bias. The idea is the 3 of us shared the big feeling that the media has such a big influence on its audience, and by sharing fake news or biased news, it can actually make us enter into a circle of bias, fake news, and a toxic society. And when Antonio came up with this idea, it was really to break this cycle and make the media landscape into a more clean one, a more inclusive one. So now I'm going to let Antonio explain to you a little bit better.
So, the first question that we may wonder is, how is the computer able to understand text? Well, first of all, we need to turn words into something that the computer can work with, and that is numbers. The next question is, once we turn them into numbers, is the computer able to understand the difference between the word fair in the first sentence and the word fair in the second sentence? Well, the answer is, it depends. With traditional machine learning methods, the AI is not able to understand the difference. And as we can see, it wasn't performing very well on the complex task that we were trying to achieve. As we moved to a more modern and state-of-the-art system called BERT, we were actually able to capture context and the complex patterns that determine bias and prejudice. As for BERT, I was just going to conclude that the B stands for bidirectional, which means that the main difference is that it is not only able to understand the single word, but also the words coming next and in front of it. So now we are going to see our project in action.
So Alban is going to show us the interface. So today we have decided to make a short list to make it easier of different tweets that we found. The AI has still not read it, but usually you can just type it whatever you want or copy-paste anything. And so women always wanted equality until it comes to paying the bills. Is there a bias in it? Let's check it. Gender bias. But let's check if there is another example. Let's say, okay, because do take our jobs. Let's predict it. Fake news. Okay. Just the last one, Alban, please. Okay, let's see. No bias. So this is, I hope we gave you a quick overview and a good overview of what we've done, and also on the new technology which Antonio talked to you about, But what's next for us? We really wanted to make it compatible with other languages. For now, it's only working with English text, and also to make it compatible with new biases, cognitive biases, linguistic biases, biases that are even more nuanced, but that bots might find. So that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening to us. Also, thank you to the Wagon team for these last few months. And please don't hesitate if you have any question to come afterwards to see us. Thank you.
Great job, again. Don't know about you, but I like plants. I like them at my house, but I'm just terrible at taking care of them. So wouldn't it be amazing if I had an app that could help me with that? So let's give it up for Raphaël, Alice, and Guillaume.
So tonight, welcome. Tonight we will present you a new app called LeafScan. Actually, it's an app that we developed. Alice, Guillaume, where is Guillaume? Guillaume is there. Since 2 weeks, from scratch, we try to do our best, and actually it's quite simple. It's an application, a web application, that's by scanning a leaf, the system detects if, first of all, the name of the plants, but also if the plant is sick, or the disease at least. So, as the others, I mean, due to the time that we got, we only concentrate on 14 species and only 25 diseases. But just for those amounts of diseases, we need more than 60 or nearly 60,000 pictures, which is quite a lot. That's quite complex, but don't be afraid of that. We start by making, like the others, by making layers to have a system that goes image layers by layers to convert an image to a text. But actually, few days after, we use what we call boosted models, pre-trained models. And in this case, it's called the VGG16. I will not go into details about the VGG16, but it's just a model that has been trained by a huge company, having a lot of computers. They train, I think, more than 10 million images. And what we have done, we just changed the last layers to fit to what we need for LeafScan. If we go to the real application, you will see that it is indeed simple. Voila. So Alice is just uploading an image. By the way, if you use this application with your mobile, the camera app will open immediately. So don't be afraid of that. And if you launch the scan will go through all layers that I've explained to. So resizing, rotate, random rotation, and at the end, we do have a prediction. Yeah, in this case, I think it's correct. It's indeed a tomato with some disease. It's clearly done. Just for fun, because we had time, we plug this deep learning application to another one, which is ChatGPT in this case, giving us advice how to take care of this tomato plant. So 2 good advice, I presume. Voila. Certainly. So when can be improved? Because in 2 weeks we cannot do everything. As you noticed, only 40 categories, which is not enough. So we need to train a lot more disease and a lot more plants. But for that, you understood, we need a lot of pictures. Secondly, it's not really optimized for mobile, even if it's working. So there we will need some web dev guys to improve that. And last but not least, the system take the first image, the first leaf of the pictures. In case of there are leaves in the background, we might have issues. So we need to tackle and fine-tune the models to take care of the first image instead of all the leaves are in the pictures. Voila. We want to thank you, and especially this weekend, it's a hot days tomorrow and after tomorrow. So if you go walking, take your mobile phone with you and take care of your plant. Thank you.
Great job also for this team. So that concludes our data demos. Now, before I hand the floor to our web dev people, I just want to say that once again, I'm really impressed with what our students did in the past 2 weeks. I mean, you see the end product. What you don't see is all the work that went behind. You don't see the blood, sweat, and tears of the past 2 weeks. especially sweat the last 2 days, I would say. They had to do a lot of things to get this working. It's about getting the data, about understanding that data, prepare it, clean it, work with huge data sets. I mean, this is being trained on a lot of images, so that's not something you can just do on the fly. And then they all modeled it, and they made it into an application that you and me actually can use right from the spot today. So that's an amazing work to have done that in only 9 days, and I think they deserve a big round of applause for that. Now, all of that obviously would not have been possible without our amazing teaching crew. So I want to do a big thanks to our teachers, Freddy, Nicole, Chiwei, and Daniel, and to our teacher assistants, Noël, Quentin, Arthur, Camilla, and Jan. I think they also deserve a big applause. That being said, it's time to give the floor to my fellow batch manager who coincidentally is actually wearing the exact same color of shirt. Pedro, give it a go.
Good evening, peeps. I have pretty good news. There's no more slides. There's no complicated explanations. What you see is what you get with web development. So let's try and keep this running. Before we jump into the actual products, I would like to address my students. Just wanted to say that I'm actually pretty proud. Most of my students, if not all of my students, had no idea how to code previously. So God knows we struggled. But at the end, we do have 3 decent projects. I'm very happy, very proud to be with you. So congratulations. Yeah, we'll skip to the next slides. Before anything else, I'd like to introduce the first group. I don't know about you, but with this beautiful weather, I'm thinking holidays, especially traveling someplace cheap, especially if you're broke, like the next team will be, after paying for the beautiful experience that the bootcamp is. I would like to introduce Budget Nomads, and it was done by Mr. Mathieu. It was done by Charlotte, and as to present is going to be Gabby.
Well, hello guys. I'm Gabby. This is Matthew, and my friend Charlotte is sitting on the chair. Anyway, as Pedro said, it's summer. We all like to travel, and it's always good to save money. So I already used this website a while ago to do a quick little travel around. And I would like to go again to travel this summer because the weather in Brussels is not the best one. I came here because people promised me that there is no sun here, but apparently it is. So I'm going to try to find a better weather for this summer. I'm thinking about checking a little bit the trending offers that we can find in the website, but I'm not really sure about those ones. Maybe I would like to go to Alicante to visit my family. They live there, so will search for a travel from Brussels to Alicante for next week, maybe Friday 23, if I'm right, until 30. Again, I'm poor, so I'm going to go with a budget of 800. I think it's pretty fair, and I hope I can save some money at the end. So I'm gonna search for that opportunity to see if I can have some fun with my family in Alicante. Okay, the first step, I'm gonna choose a flight. I think I'm gonna go with a pretty comfortable flight. I don't wanna do a lot of connections, and I really wanna keep the best options. So I'm gonna go with the first one. It's a pretty nice flight. The time is fine. I think it's 2 hours of flight. And the price is good. So I'm gonna choose the first option. Then I'm gonna be able to choose some hotels that I know in Alicante. I do must say that I'm gonna visit my family, so I need to spend some days with them. I can't be like in the hotel all the time. But I do wanna have some break, so I'm gonna pick like 2 days in a hotel, maybe 3. So I can choose the number of nights I wanna stay in this hotel, and I can keep the track of my budget. So I can check how much I can spend, how much I can't. After choosing my hotel, following the track of the budget, then I will choose the second one, or, for example. Then I also have the option of some activities in this website. I'm not very a party kind of person. I'm more like a cooking kind of person. I really like to cook, and also my family, so who knows, maybe I'm gonna search for a culinary experience. I can see that we have like 3 different options. Maybe I could go with the second one or third one. I think it looks pretty nice, and I'm still inside of my budgets, which is pretty nice. So here at the end, I can have a review of all the offer I just create. I can check my flight, I can check my hotel, I can check my activity. If I want to go to my dashboard, I can also check the old travels that I already booked. I can go back to the main one. And basically, now I can just try to relax a little bit, enjoy the weather, enjoy the next days on the beach, and just wait until the day. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, peeps. Very well done. For the next group, I don't know if there's some indecisive people amongst you. Maybe you're one of those who takes more time choosing a movie than actually watching it. For those of you, we are introducing the next app, Free Will, which is going to be presented by Alejandro and Ali, and it was assisted by Julde, which is right over there. There you go. Please.
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alejandro. This is Ali, and Julde is over there. Okay, we are the part of the team that we create. Well, okay, they create this app. But I want to show this funny app that we can enjoy a bit. I have a tedious situation with my partner that is over there. I love you, honey. That kind of situation that we never can agree on the same topic. And when we try to go to a restaurant, we don't know which one to go. And also when we go to visit a new destination, we don't know from which country we want to start. So this app resolves most of our problems in that case. And it's really funny. We can resolve that in a funny way. We just can enjoy public events, and we can select any one of them. Actually, I would like to select the movies one because Pedro mentioned it before, and to see what is the options that we have. Actually, we have Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Robin the Boys. Actually, I will take Lord of the Rings because it's a good one. Yeah, it will be the best for me. But actually, Harry Potter, I like that Harry Potter better. I'm gonna change my mind to Harry Potter, and I'm gonna select that one. And waiting for conclude this event, I would like to create an event, and you are really welcome to enjoy the event also, because this summer I want to travel to the Scandinavian countries, so I will create the events named Destinations. In these events, I will add Norway, I think it's there. Yeah, Norway, because there is something interesting of Norway that they insert salmon sushi in Japan, so it's really interesting for me. And I want to know if this is as good as in Japan. And also, there's Finland, also close to Norway. And there is something also really funny about Finland, that they are the most funny country in the world. So the happiest country in the world. So, wow.
they they maybe have a better weather than us in Belgium. Yeah, we don't know. And well, I want to visit Finland and also Sweden and Lithuania. Those we can I can enjoy, because if you want to come, it's welcome also. But I want to decide for one of these. And my favorite one is Finland. I will vote for Finland and see what is the result. We can end the event and see who is the winner. So let's see it. So actually, you sent me to Norway. Yes, thank you. I will appreciate. I will enjoy the sushi from Norway. And but wait, we actually didn't see the result of the movies. So let's go back to the movie sites and see which movie I can spend a bit on the sofa. Maybe not today, tomorrow while I'm recovering of the hangover. Yeah, Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious is a good one. Okay, this is everything for today, people, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Cool. Cool. All right, that was very good. For those of you who are messy cookers like me and have no idea how to keep track of what you need to actually cook or buy for your next groceries, we'll introduce the next group, which is Foodie Planner, named, presented by Thomas and Gab, assisted by Quentin, of course.
Hello, everybody. Before starting, I want to thanks Quentin in the public, who was a really good teammate and to create this. Sorry. And thank you also to Pedro that helped a lot for this app and during this whole weeks, and all the teachers. Thanks a lot for helping us. Okay. So first, by starting, let me tell you a bit about me. I've been working these last 3 years and living by myself, and I had to cook for me. So I realized 3 years later, I always eat the same things. Pesto, bolognese, always the same thing. So I decided I need to change, and I found this website, Foodie Planner, that lets you plan your meals, find inspiration for your recipes, and immediately create your grocery list so you're ready to go. So when you arrive on the website, you fall on this landing page where you immediately can see the trending recipes of the moment. You can scroll through it and already choose something if you want, but we can check out more recipes afterwards in the See More page, and you can, maybe there's a lot of choice. I'm a really indecisive person, so let's filter something. You have an idea, something to recommend? Sorry? Asian? Okay, let's go for Asian food. Okay, now I can go through it and decide if there's something inspiring, so let's add some things to our favorites to check it out later. So if there's something you see, you can point out. Gabriel has a really good eye to find out what you want. Okay, so I think I have plenty of things now that in my favorites that I can go and check out to decide to plan my weekend. Because I didn't tell you about my weekend, but this weekend is my birthday. So I'm hosting an event tomorrow. You will receive maybe the invitations afterwards. We can talk about it. What would you like to choose from that to eat Saturday? What would you? Baked chicken. So let's choose baked chicken and add it. First, let's see if it's not. Yeah, we have lots of information. It's not too long to cook. Not too much ingredients to go grab. Really short instructions. That's perfect for me. I'm not a great cook. Okay, let's add it for tomorrow. For I don't know how much we're gonna be. 40, 50. I'm Portuguese, so I'll always do too much, so let's put 50. Okay, so as you can see, I've been using this app for quite a long time, and I have lots. You can see my previous meals. I eat quite healthy, not too much pasta. Yeah, too much pasta. Okay, I changed my plans for this evening because we have this event. We're probably gonna grab something to eat, like some nice tacos. So let's remove it, and I can plan for Sunday, as it's my birthday Saturday, but my grandma doesn't like having lots of people in the same place, so I can choose something with her. I made this soup with her because this app also lets you create your own recipes to share with everybody, and it's called Sopa de Avó. It's grandma's soup. And she likes it when we just share moments together to eat her soup. And Sunday is also going to be really hot. We need some fresh juice. There's one that I have in my favorites that I can do for her. And we're just going to be 2 or 3, but we're going to drink quite a lot. I think it's going to be quite hot, so let's put for a bit more. Okay, so now my weekend's planned. We can generate our grocery list because the market's going to close soon. So let's select Saturday and Sunday and generate that grocery list. So much better than what I do on a paper, because I can't write and then I lose it halfway through the market. I can edit and remove the things I have already in my fridge, adapt to the quantities, and then there you go. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to leave you and do my groceries. And thank you for listening.
Cool. So that's done. Up. The other way. Pew, pew, pew. Yes. Like I said, I'm extremely proud of this batch. So congratulations to them. I don't want to take all the credit. So I would like to thank all of my beautiful teaching staff. Starting with my beautiful teachers. Margot was here present. Mr. Olivier, which is also here. We had a surprise guest from George. Yes, that's it. That's what we had as teachers. As my beautiful TAs, we had Ashley, we also had Celia, we had a beautiful intervention from Philippe, and Seraphine was also present. And Cassandra is also here, but she was a teacher, yes. It happens to the best. Okay, relax. That's pretty much it for me. I hope everybody had a blast. Of course, I would like to thank the Brussels staff, which will come and give you the closing talk. I just wanted to give a big round of applause for the actual staff with whom this wouldn't be possible.
Thank you, Pedro. So indeed, I think this learning experience of our students wouldn't be the same without our teaching team, without their passion, their work, their dedication, their coaching skills, human skills, you name it. We're super thankful and grateful for that. To wrap up, I think we can wrap up with like a big last congrats for students and celebrate it with drinks and tacos at the buffet, like that should be open right now. So thanks again.